The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Cincinnati Bengals and the home team. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL Divisional Round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows and increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer, and your game, well, it's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear befitting the situation we're in, well, that's the week you're going to be sent home and be a fan like the rest of us.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Well, here we go, Kate. That good old adage, that good old question of rust versus rest. Yep, this QB and his buddies, they all had the week off. They're rested, they feel good. Will they be rusty? This opening series, big one to get them in rhythm.
They get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down. Big shot to begin the drive has them up beyond the 40. Going to the ground again on close. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. Offense to the line, second down. Herbert from the gun. This one will not connect. That's incomplete. They are testing this coverage on the opening drive, but it's holding up so far. Third down. To the air on third and long. Looking slant route, complete. He's out in the clear. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. That one hits for 30. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down. So the big play has them well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. And off to Gordon. They're popping together a yard there. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Hey, Ram.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It's caught. This is Lad McConkey. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, third down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forwards and an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Brought in. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Third and 1.
They'll try the middle with Gordon. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got first and goal.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care if you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie. You can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. He dodged the tackle. And he stopped on the run back to the 27. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
Well, I gotta believe, Kate, that those touchdowns a week ago in that wild card round, both of them through the air, going to give this quarterback and this offense a little bit more confidence to do the same today.
Setting him on the dive. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Burrow setting up the play action. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. So 20 yards on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Second and 10.
Sticking it in the air, it's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. To throw again, it's Burrow. Has it downfield, it's Chase. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far. 2nd down now, they need 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
For the air again, it's Burrow. He's got it at the 6. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with 1st and goal.
First and goal, Cincinnati.
Burrow out of the shotgun. The lateral goes haywire. Fumble. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. The 50. 30. Hits the 20. This is returned all the way into the red zone. What a way to add on to that turnover. Fails to find his running back.
Hey, listen, inside the 5-yard line, that ball needs to be welded to your body at times. Under no circumstances can it come free. Whether someone puts a helmet on it or not, there's players ripping at it from both sides.
Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. They've gotten off to the exact start they wanted, Brock, and now an early chance to pull away and get some on their opponents. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Set.
On the give, it's Gordon. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
Herbert back to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
He has the touchdown. The Chargers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. When you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers right out to an early 14-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Making some progress here. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll run here from the gun. Jukes his way into space. He surges ahead for 5. Make it second down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Ryan right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And the Bengals first down. A gain of 7. First down.
Burrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. So that's the end of one in this AFC Divisional Round contest. The Chargers have an early lead. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They start out with a 2nd and 3. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Drawing up the design keeper. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
A gain of 6. That's another Bengals first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, defense.
They waited a little extra second there, didn't they? Maybe a little bit of a taunt to the other sideline, Brock, before they declined that call. That touchdown's going to stand.
All good in love and football. Just a good little penalty taunt.
Bengals 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. The chance to go 3 for lead here. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. On the toss, it's Gordon. And this is headed the wrong way. He's going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down.
That's some tremendous study right there. That linebacker, it was almost as if he was in the other team's huddle and knew what was coming. He read his keys, he pulled the trigger, and he makes a tackle for loss.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. First and 10 from the 43. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. First down from the 42.
That's another San Diego first down.
Herbert. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Now that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Let's go.
It's Herbert once more. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Now Herbert again. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, and discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
They snap it to Herbert. He finds him beyond the marker. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Forget that was fourth down. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup on any play. That gets him a first down.
1-yard line.
Set. Wide in. Wide in hot. Wide in hot.
Now it's Gordon. In the red zone. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Set.
On the run, it's Gordon. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Third and just 2 to go.
Baylor Tiger.
Brings up third down and 2.
Throwing now on third and 2. And he is in. Touchdown. The Chargers take a 13-point lead. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14.
Chargers 21. Bengals 7.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. He's going well so far. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from them on the road in the postseason. Burrow now on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. He'll come up on first and 10.
And the Bengals first down.
Running it now out of the gun. Shoots away from one. That run good for a handful as it brings up second down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
Burrow to the air now. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. It'll be 3rd and 5 on the other side, Brock, as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from San Diego in just a bit. Third and short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Bengal first down.
Here's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Second and 3 now. To throw again, it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Interference. Defense.
So through some pretty blatant interference, he found a way to make the catch for the first down, Brock, and they can decline that penalty.
You know what you don't find in the NFL, Kate? You don't find receivers that aren't hungry. When that ball's in the air, they want to eat, and they will fight, and they will scratch.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers will have the football shy of the 20-yard line. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
The quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with the teammates.
How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Here's Herbert, first and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Second and 18.
Herbert from the gun. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. Third and long for him here. Caught, nice game left side. And he is stopped after a big gain, maybe a yard or two shy of that marker. Fourth down coming up.
But it leads to fourth down.
Set.
Fourth down, pass coming. They connect for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He has it downfield working the left. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Set.
Herbert to throw once more. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Chargers get more points to end a lopsided first half. And that is his third touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Now for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21.
Bengals 7.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away.
Kickoff for the Chargers.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. A tight end in motion now. They're looking to throw. Jump off Popeye's back. They will have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. 2nd down now, 7 to go. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports
Our tour around the NFL starts now with a tough matchup in the NFC. Okay, Kate, thanks very much. One half of football to be played here in the divisional round. In 2 more quarters, we'll know the championship game matchups. Let's take a look at what's happened so far. And it's Jackson Dart. He had a nose for the end zone in this one. Here's one of his 3 rushing touchdowns in the ball game. And time for a check here at the playoff race in the divisional round. Things getting interesting now in the NFC. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
The battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. Spotting our AFC Championship on the line. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Coach Zach Taylor getting his Bengals out there for their next drive. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Just a momentary loss of focus. A break in discipline. And not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. 1st down. Burrow to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Chargers get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the 2nd half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this 2nd half.
The Chargers offense getting set to take over. Pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
On the pistol, here's Gordon. And he's going to be right up against that line that they needed. Make it 3rd and maybe a yard at most from the 34.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Count.
On the ground here with Gordon. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming on. So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. It's caught. Chase has it. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
And the Bengals first down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the offense still moving forward as roughing the passer overrules that incomplete pass. Running it after the penalty. He's held it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Burrow from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Trying for it with Burrow. He connects downfield. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Zach Taylor sends in the call. They're going for 2.
The Bengals will line up for the
Man in motion here. Again, it's Burrow. It's caught. And he's in. The 2-point try cuts this lead to 16. That makes this a 2-score game.
Bengals 15.
All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again, and again, and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Set. Delta, set. Ready.
Big here to Gordon. Caught off the temple, but he lost the football. But the Chargers were the first to get to that one, so it'll stay with them. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next. Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, kid. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Punt meets him at the 28. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Cincinnati just... defensive possession. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. They'll run here on 1st down. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
They've been doing it.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's good for the Bengals. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action now. Burrow just keeps connecting to Chase. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
1st down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Sign quarterback run here. He's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground.
And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
For the 2-point conversion.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Burrow will throw for it. And he's got it. That catch gets him 2 and turns this into a 1-score game once again.
31. Bengals 23.
Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like, if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. This is Gordon. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers, toss from the tight ends, but when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And they take this in for the score. The Chargers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just bring him enough so he could...
Sticker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers lead by 15 now.
Bengals 23.
Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It'll be Bengals football, and the Cats have some work to do facing elimination. They trail to start the 4th. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
There's a dive up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Burrow setting the throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Kick the running back in motion.
1st down, Bengals.
Burrow now on 1st down. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another Bengals 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To the air again, it's Burrow. Finds him on the slant. And he's taken down at the 30. All set now, 1st and 10.
First down.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Looking slant route, complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Running for the marker on 2nd. He stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Burrow's going to sneak it. And he gets this forward to the 19. That's a short gain of 1. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
First down. A gain of a yard. And a Bengal 1st down.
Moving quickly, trying to get set. Burrow on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. Working quickly here. And they get to him again. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Thrown all the way to the end zone here. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. And they still get some big yards out of this one. Coach can plead his case all he wants, but we know it's going to fall on deaf ears. They call that interference, and it cancels their 4th down stand. 1st and goal, they're going option. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
That's the score. Chargers 38, Bengals 30.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Score, Brock. In order as they take over. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Dump off Popeye's back. Reaches the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Set.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. A big try coming up here for Cameron Dicker. First field goal was good. His 2nd look from inside of 45 yards. Dicker connects there. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters. These are the moments they live for.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. They I'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And 2nd and 10 now. It's Burrow. Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Now Burrow. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
3rd and long. Here's Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning in San Diego. Bengals trailing by 11.
1st down, Cincinnati.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Burrow. Right back to Chase. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Offense is hurrying. Time running down.
And the Bengals
1st down. Burrow to throw. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
a gain of a yard.
Sticking in the air. It's Burrow. That's incomplete on 2nd down. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now the throw. Sends this to the end zone. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down. Instead, it's incomplete. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And it stays a 2-possession game at an 11-point margin.
And with that miss, whatever hopes they still harbored, Kate, well, that miss puts it out to sea. It was a great effort in this game to fight back, but they needed a goal, and instead, it went awry.
The Charger offense making its way to the field. And this one, just a formality till the clock runs out. It's only one timeout remaining to stop it.
Line.
And out to Gordon. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Final timeout taken by the Bengals. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Set.
Plowing up the middle. Good running here on 1st down as he works his way forward for about 8.
He was brought down by Jordan Battle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Set. 380. Run. Let's go.
They'll try the middle with Gordon. Nice gain there on 2nd down before they get to him, but we also have a flag down, partner, so let's see if this stands. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
380. Set.
They'll run here following the penalty. He's got the Charger 1st down, and that should be all she wrote in this one.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, You can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from San Diego.